Hello everyone, welcome back. This is Justus Schreiber. Today we're doing a POV drive video on the Z. We're going to be doing some basic stuff about it, but basically we're going to talk about why you need to buy one of these before they get retardedly expensive. Anyways, let's get into the car, we'll get into it. Alright, so we're in the Z. As you guys know, this is my 2004 350Z. We are doing a POV video today. I have some of the kinks I think worked out a little bit better than last time we did a video like this with the mic and everything. One, we got a little dust guy on here. I don't know if you can see that, but he's on here and he's doing great. Hopefully that'll help with the noise levels and vibrations from everything. This car is still very loud compared to the Golf, so overall, it's going to be a lot of noise, so I apologize for that. This is kind of the last, I think, cheap, good drift car you can buy. So we're going to get out of the driveway real quick. Oh yeah. This video is going to be a little interesting. This is not a drifting video. I know. I'll make more, don't worry. But like I said, the audio is going to be a little bit loud in here, so I do apologize for that. But I do want to talk about the Z. If you guys want to see what's done to this current vehicle, this 04, I do have a video going over the whole thing. A few videos ago, back when it was yellow, the setup hasn't changed much. We do have a Nismo rear bumper now, VIS Nismo rear bumper, and a few other things, but nothing too crazy. Besides that, stock power, stock gearbox, like fuel angle additives, and that's about it. Overall, solid little car. If you're wondering what the check engine light is for, it is for one of my O2 sensors, and it will be fixed. According to the government, it will be fixed. Anyways, I'm gonna get on here. I'm gonna let you guys hear pure trumpet, and then we'll get into the meat and potatoes of the video. So yeah, car is kind of dumb loud. This does still have cats, and it still has a muffler. So all this is a mid-pipe, an ISR mid-pipe, stock cats, stock headers, and then an ISR 3-inch blast pipe in the rear. And that's about it. So yeah, it's still quite loud. We'll get on it again. Good car, very good car. One thing to note is this thing's quite modified, but even in stock form, these cars are quite good. So I wanted to make this video kind of as a buyer's guide, I guess, more of a like what to experience kind of thing, because 350s are an interesting vehicle. They are kind of at the stage where the 240 SX was, where they are so cheap and they're very good for track and sliding, that they are starting to go up in price, and they're beat. A lot of these cars have been beat on and abused and used, like mine has, although I do like to say that my car is still semi-clean. I still have air conditioning. Everything works. It's still like a usable car, but I just have obviously driven it pretty hard, so there's wear marks all over it, right? But the main point I wanted to get across is that these cars are coming into their prime. I think it's a really good time to buy these cars before they get really, really expensive, because they are going to get really, really expensive for no reason. And that's just how it is. Nissan has a history of making cars that are cheap, affordable, reliable, and fun to slide and use. And they get beat on for a few years, and then eventually it flips. People realize, oh shit, these cars are going away. 10 grand for a car that should be 5. And that's what these cars are. A lot of these things are high mileage, kind of beat on, and they should be 5 grand. But back to what you guys came for. What's it like to drive? Well, it's very driver orientated. I've definitely talked about this in other videos, but your 3 gauges point directly at you. Your gauge cluster is straight cut to the point. Tack center, speedometer to the right, fuel and coolant temp to the left. It's really solid. It's a very basic setup, and it just works very well. Gearbox is very nice throws out of the box. The 6-speed in these is super fantastic. As you guys know, the later models got the CD09. The earlier models have a different version of the CED. They have a weaker 3rd and 5th synchro, but they are still super solid, and they usually don't break. Mine has a little bit of grind in 5th, only if you're really banging on it in high RPMs. But besides that, this gearbox is fantastic, and it's really good for cruising, and it's comfortable. Obviously, I have a bucket seat. I've replaced that a while ago from from the stock seats. But the stock seats are super comfy, and honestly, compared to most early 2000s Nissans, the stock seats hold you quite well. I remember getting people all the time who would sit in this car for the first time in stock seats, and they'd be like, damn, this thing's really bolstered. I'm like, yeah, stock seats in these cars are pretty good. They bolster you pretty nicely. There's not much to complain about that, about those seats in that aspect. Another thing that I find pretty interesting about these cars is just where they've stuffed storage everywhere. I'm not saying there's a lot of storage, but they definitely stuff storage in different spots. You have this like center glovey thing if you don't have the upgraded radio. You have this little coin purse thing. You got cup holders and a little bin behind you. There's 2 buckets behind each seat. And overall, it feels very cozy in here. It's very small, but again, it's very driver orientated. So everything kind of like swoops down the waterfall right here. Your vents are kind of angled at you. The gauges are angled at you. Everything feels where it should be. It's very tactile in that sense. But it's it's easy to get comfortable with. It's a Nissan. In the end of the day, it's not a McLaren or a Ferrari or a Porsche. It makes a lot of sense. 2 things that I got to note about this car. You may be hearing a lot of road noise. These cars aren't that loud if you put it on a good tire. This car is running on some Acceleras that are pretty worn. It's a 651 Sport, and the fronts are pretty much shot. So a lot of the road noises can be attributed from that, and the fact that it has aftermarket coilovers and suspension, and a few stiffening bushings and all that, a little stiffer around the whole car. So a lot of vibrations and road noise get transferred into the cabin. But one thing I do want to note, my car doesn't rattle. I know some people probably have had issues with their interior rattling. My interior does not rattle like one bit. My door card's rattling, but that's because there's something in the pocket, and if I took it out, it wouldn't be rattling, which sounds like I'm making excuses, but I promise you I'm not. These cars are pretty stout, man. You can't really jack them up. You can't make them awful, but they're really good. I'm gonna do a little quick, there's that grind. 5, 4, 3. No fucking clue what that was. But yeah, again, they're not the fastest things in the world, but they're quick. You know, the VQ is, if it's not the fastest thing, it's stout enough with the torque, especially in the later models. The HRs are all not wildly faster, definitely faster though. They're a faster car. This is a DE. It's only a second year of the Z of 350s. And the DE is a bit slow, and especially this one, it's on its last leg for sure. It's got lifter take pretty bad, but that was 100% my fault. I ran 3. I basically ran 3 events without an oil change, and you know, that was my fault. Thought I did the oil, I didn't. Now I have lifter tick. That's how it goes. But when it comes to cruising, I'm doing a comfortable speed right now in 6th. RPMs are right above 2. Steering's very direct. It's heavy. It weights up nice. You can tell where the front wheels are, and it's a very comfortable car to drive, even though it's a sports car. And I'm not saying it's, again, not an intense sports car, but sports cars usually sacrifice some things. I feel like the 350 was at that age and just a place in time where it had a really good balance between modern tech and older driver feel, through like the steering, the gearbox, the way the clutch feels. But you get modern amenities obviously inside with like auto climate, auto temp, all that. It's pretty cool. And it's not a fancy car, but it's small touches where it's like, oh, I can just get in this thing and drive and not worry about some old car bullshit, because that does happen. You get into like a 90s car and you're kind of scared that all the plastics are gonna fucking rattle loose, because that's what happens. It's just known to do that. Another thing I want to mention about these cars is that I bought mine for $7,500 or $8,000 back in 2020. And back then, I thought that was way, way too expensive to be buying a Nissan 350Z. And it kind of was. Back then, these cars were trading hands for clean ones, even HRs for like 5 to 7. So I definitely overpaid for a DE, especially one that had been driven hard, but it had been taken care of. Some of the plastics, like the center waterfall here and these like door cards, had started to fall apart, but obviously they don't look like that anymore because it's easy stuff. You can paint those back with paint, and a bunch of other things you can kind of do. The car also had a clutch replacement before me at 80,000-ish miles, like 82 or something, and I bought it with, I think, 83 on it, around there. And we're at 130,000 now, and this thing is holding up. The clutch and flywheel have obviously been upgraded to a heavier clutch and a lightened flywheel, so it revs a little bit faster when you're kind of blipping it. Such things. It's, you know, quality of life things. Again, out of the box, these cars are totally fine. You can definitely slide them, even though the stock angle kind of sucks. But they're still a solid car. I'm not going to shit on them too much. So yeah, obviously there's a lot of tuning potential you can do with these cars. That's kind of the whole point why you buy a 350Z, is because, hey, I'm going to mod it, have some fun with it, and then maybe sell it for a little bit of profit. Truth be told, though, and I really do mean this, these cars can be clapped. Like, extremely clapped. If it's not clean, holy shit, why are there so many Porsches? 718, fucking box, no, 996, 992, 992, 718, 992, 996 turbo, Cayenne, Panamera, Cayenne, Spider, 997, 997, 991, 992, and a 992 turbo. What the fuck? Is there like a Porsche me going on? What the fuck is all this? Damn, dude. I don't even know where the hell I just turned on to. I'm in the middle of fuck-ass nowhere. I'm turning around. But I just came down here to fucking give you guys a quick overview of the car, but I don't feel like getting out of this thing. This is a Nissan. There's a bunch of Porsches. Well, that's fucking cool. And now I feel like I'm sticking out like a sore thumb. Yeah, turbo, Carrera, Carrera S, Carrera 4S, Spider, Cayenne, Panamera wagon, by the way, that's fucking sick. 996.2 turbo, which I really want. That's one of my dream cars. Fucking 992 Ruby Star fucking Cayman, 16 GTS. What the fuck, dude? I have no idea where I just turned on to, but there's so many Porsches. Anyways, sorry for the tangent. You guys came here for a Nissan, not a Porsche, even though those are cooler. One of my dream cars is a 996.2 fucking turbo or C4S, any of them, to be honest. All right, get some raw VQ noise. Yeah, baby. 60 miles an hour, fucking 3 gears. Again, my car is a little hurt, but it's still a solid car, still moves enough. But yeah, I don't know why I wanted to make this video. I felt like sharing a little bit and talking to you guys. I'm very bad at making these type of videos, I feel like, and I'm trying to get better at them. So this was kind of a hard take to do that. But I definitely want to make more driving videos and build videos regardless. But overall, good car. Can't fault it. Another thing I should mention on like how these drive, obviously if you're looking into one of these, I'm assuming you're gonna mod it. Ooh, hold on, we're just gonna third fucking let in. Woo. One sec. Sorry about that. Obviously, if you're gonna buy one of these cars, you're probably gonna mod it. I would like to say that with a good suspension setup and a good tire and wheel setup, these cars feel so darty. I don't know how to describe that. They're not obviously Miata size, so they don't feel as small as Miata and like agile, but they feel so just like you can kind of place them where you want them. They're not big enough to where it's awkward to get in between stuff. You can just fucking push them through. It's really nice. And on the subject of doing tires and wheels, suspension, and just like putting a car where they are, a big part of that is because the VQ, especially the Zs, the 350s, and the G35s are technically a mid-front layout. And basically all that means is that the engine sits behind the front axle line, which is pretty fucking cool. You can definitely feel it. These cars don't feel super heavy. I don't know the actual percentage split, but it's enough to where you don't feel like you're driving a car that has the lump out front like a V8, and it still feels tight and handles like a lighter car like a Miata, something with a 4-cylinder, even though it's a 6. Although this does get the gas mileage of an 8, so, you know, you take your wins and losses there. But overall, driving these cars are great. they're jumping up in price. If you really want to experience one, or you have a buddy that has one, go drive it, convince him to let you drive it so you can kind of get an idea, and go find yourself one. They're still really good cars. This was just me rambling a little bit. This is in no way a buyer's guide for these cars, but I highly recommend them. They're easy to take care of, easy to mod, fun community, cool people around surrounding these things, and they do everything you really want. I daily drove this thing in high school for basically 3 years, and only until the 4th year of ownership did I get a solid daily where I wasn't driving this thing every other day. And now at this point, it's a great car. I drive it as much as I can. I mean, I can take it any day, but obviously I have a daily to keep gas mileage down. I still pull this thing out probably 3 out of 7 days a week, maybe more, depending on what's going on. So, but yeah, I'm gonna give you guys one more audio clip, and then we'll talk back when we're in the garage. So there you have it. Just a quick driving video, kind of explaining what it's like. Me rambling way too long and talking your guys' ears off. But I hope you enjoyed it. I'm finishing this video off on the iPhone because the GoPro died, but that's okay. Anyways, if you guys enjoyed the video, don't forget to comment, like, subscribe, do all the usual YouTube stuff. We got a bunch of other cool videos down on the channel below. Drifting, building, having fun with good friends. It's all there. So I'll catch you guys in the next one. I'll let this outro roll, and thank you for watching. Let me yap. Anyways, have a good night. Bye-bye.